LGBTQIA+ in leadership. A brief explanation of the situation of members of the LGBTQIA+ community in the workplace. In this corporate world that is dominated by masculinity, it is expected that the symbol of leadership is associated with the figure of a white heterosexual male, an idealization that is still a strong concept in many companies around the world. This means, the leading man is the one who must be responsible for guiding the workplace in the face of problems and future projects. Knowing this, we can understand that it is a major obstacle for people in the LGBTQIA+ community, as they do not meet the cis-heteronormative expectations of a manager, making it is more difficult for them to find leadership positions, and show the skills they have. Actually, people are subjected to various workplace microaggressions, including inappropriate comments about their gender or sexuality, feelings of marginalization or not fitting in, and in the most serious cases of sexual abuse, particularly in women who are part of the LGBTQIA+ community. Despite being involved in toxic and harmful environments, members of the LGBTQIA+ community aspire to the same high corporate positions as their cis-heterosexual peers, but there is a big difference in terms of being a role model for others. It can be said that many of these people aspire to be leaders in order to show others in the same situation that they can achieve it. Let us show you. Take David Courier here, who was the first openly gay political candidate for Senator of Kiambu County in Kenya and an anti-poverty and AIDS activist. He wanted to run his campaign without denying the reality of who he was, but he started to receive death threats and eventually stopped running. He even received threatening text messages saying he would bring a curse to the land. In this society, sexual orientation is the fault of the West and that people living there had been corrupted by divergent ideas, and if only people didn't study or mix with countries out there, this would not be an issue in the country. Another example is a respected political activist for the LGBTQIA+ community, Harvey Milk. Harvey and his partner Scott Smith resettled in the Castro district, an area that grew into an epicenter for LGBTQIA+ people. In 1977, Harvey Milk became the United States' first openly gay man elected to public office. An outspoken advocate for LGBTQIA+ rights, Milk was assassinated on November 26, 1978, by former Supervisor Dan White, who was sentenced to less than 8 years in prison for voluntary manslaughter. Here we see Victor Shaban and Lily Simon, both founders of the Men Against AIDS Youth Group Organization, or MAGO for short. Although they face discrimination and violence at the hands of the police and their country, friends, and family from young ages, they continue to create safe spaces for young men and women in the LGBTQIA+ community to have access to AIDS tests and to avoid what people call corrective measures by the cops. While the organization is not officially recognized, both Victor and Lily have become role models for community members all over East Africa. The world is far from perfect. There are still tragedies that happen on the bumpy road towards equality, but we need to keep pushing forward to make LGBTQ+ rights and gender equality rise all over the world.